So we continue with the chapter endocrine system and adolescence. We discussed about adolescence, and now we are going to discuss about some personal hygiene. So, of course, quite a simple part. It is our normal daily routine part, but let's go through that thing so that it's easier for us to understand it properly. Importance of personal hygiene. Personal hygiene plays a very important role in maintaining one's own health during adolescence. Hence, individuals are advised to observe the following practices. So, as we have seen that one of the things which could happen in adolescence is the growth of acne and pimples on your body. That is because of the increased production of the sweat glands, sweat and the sebaceous glands of the body. If you take proper care, if you clean your face regularly and properly, there is a possibility that you can reduce the amount of acne and pimples which can be coming out of your body. So this is just one of the benefit of keeping your hygiene proper during the adolescent period. Moreover, adolescence के time पे the growth is going to be important. So if you are having a proper food habit also, is going to help during this. So first thing is proper and safe food. Adolescence is a stage of rapid growth and development. Hence, an adolescent should take care of his or her diet. They should take a balanced diet that includes proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Milk is good for our bones. Fruits and fresh vegetables also provide nourishment. So, yeah, it is this particular period of your life where the growth is going to be very prominent. And for the growth, it is required that the body should be having the right amount of the nutrients required for the growth. The right amount of proteins, right amount of vitamins, right amount of minerals. So that all things, if they are not available in adequate quantity, then the body is not going to grow properly. So for a proper growth, it is very much important that the food what we are intaking should be a balanced diet. What is a balanced diet? A balanced diet is the one in which the right amount of the carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals are present in it. Okay. So that right amount of food intake is necessary during this adolescent period. So that's why fresh fruits, vegetables are the main contents which are bound to be taken during this particular period. Take freshly prepared food and avoid stale food. Yeah, as far as possible, take the fresh prepared food rather than stale food. Okay. Cooked food and milk, butter, fish, meat, and other perishable food items should be stored properly in a refrigerator. So, in case you are having some food which is slightly older, they should be properly stored in a refrigerator so that you are not eating something which has already gone bad. Avoid excess consumption of fast foods. Yeah, that's right. Fast foods, okay, whether it be pizzas or pastas or maybe just vada pav and all. So all these are fast foods. These fast foods, they do not have proper nutritive value. They normally contain more amount of fats like cheese and butter and all. These ones are not going to be of much help to your body growth. Okay, in fact, the growth in that case will be much more towards fat development, and that fat development causes the many different problems in your body. One of the most prominent problem is obesity. So obesity एक ऐसा problem है जो normally it is going to be seen if the person is going to have a huge amount of cheese and butter and the ice creams and things like that. Okay. Proper lifestyle, sleep and regular exercise are necessary for maintaining good health. Avoid long hours of continuous stable work. Avoid watching TV or playing games on computer for long hours. Avoid smoking and consumption of alcohol and drugs. So yeah, Lifestyle has to be very proper. That means proper amount of sleep is required. Neither too much of sleep, neither less amount of sleep. Right, proper amount, like approximately around 8 hours of sleep for you all should be quite ideal, which can be decreased as you grow. Maybe 6, 7 should be ideal later on. So that the 8 hours of sleep is required for your body for your proper growth as well as your uh, development. So that's why proper sleep. At the same time, you should have see to it that you are avoiding too much of the computer work and too much of TV and all. So you are not stressing your eyes too much, and at the same time, you are not getting addicted to, or you are not consuming alcohol or consuming smoking. That should be avoided. Third is cleanliness. So after food, then lifestyle, and then comes cleanliness. Certain basic precautions are necessary for maintaining personal hygiene, like always wash your hands with soap before and after taking meals. So, of course, before you start a meal, you definitely need to clean your hands, wash your hands with soap so that you are avoiding any kind of infections to enter into your body. Clean your teeth after each meal and before you are going to bed, because if you are not cleaning your teeth before going to bed, that particular food particles will stick to your teeth for the whole night and they will start decaying or corroding that particular teeth. So that's why it is necessary that you keep your teeth clean at least after the meals and before going to sleep. Take regular bath with clean water and good soap. Yeah, of course. Clothes, especially undergarments, should be changed daily. Wearing very tight clothes must be avoided. Quite an easy thing to understand. So clothes will be quite a normal fit. It should be not very tight, okay, and it should be clean, regularly changed. Regular toilet habits must be adopted for maintaining good health. After defecation, hands should be clean with soap and water. Okay, so yeah, proper defecation. So the body, see, basically, if you have a good food habit, automatically your clean the defecation from your body will be very easy. You never have any problem of constipation or all if you're having a proper food habit and having a good amount of water on a daily basis. If you're having a good amount of water and food, then there's very rare chances that you will be having any problem with the stomach or any stomach upsets. So it will be ideal that you have a proper toilet habits. The feet should be clean every day and kept well protected. Hair should be washed regularly. Combing removes the dirt sticking to the hair. Always use a clean comb. So yeah, so your feet should be clean, your hair should be clean. Quite a normal thing. Eyes should be washed daily with clean and cold water. Rubbing your eyes with hands should be avoided to prevent the entry of germs into the eye, because if you are rubbing your eyes, the hands contain the germs and that germs will affect your eye. So that's why the chances of the infections are much more when you are rubbing your eyes. If cleanliness is not maintained, there are chances of catching bacterial infections. Girls should take special care of cleanliness during the time of their menstrual cycle. So cleanliness needs to be maintained properly. So whether it is your personal cleaning or otherwise, because if the cleanliness is not maintained, there is a chances of bacterial growth in your body. So that's why it is very much necessary that the cleanliness should be maintained, and especially for girls who have already started menstruating. So if that particular age you already you have started the menstruation period, then it is very much necessary that you should keep yourself much cleaner during this menstrual cycle. Physical exercises to keep the body fit and healthy. All young boys and girls should walk, exercise, and play outdoor games regularly. Physical activity is also important to combat the stress and strain of adolescence. So, yeah, physical activities is very much important. Nowadays, it's very difficult. I've seen that people are much more on their games and all, but instead of having an actual physical activity. So, the physical activities make the body more fitter and more energetic, and also helping the person to fight against the problems of the adolescence more easily when he is having a proper exercise for your body. So now let's see what are the stress which is going to affect your body during this adolescence period. So each and every person does feel the stress, whether the stress is of work or whether the stress is of homework or stress is about some kind of a growth not taking place in your body. Some other the stress will be there. So how to maintain the proper stress-free life is what you are going to study now. Stress is a state of mental or emotional strain, and in very simple terms it can be called tension. You always say, अरे यार बहुत टेंशन है, ये बाकी है, वो बाकी है, बहुत टेंशन है. You know, what is the tension? Tension is nothing but the stress what you are giving to the body. So tension or stress is one and the same thing. Stress is the body's way of responding to any kind of demand. Okay, so when the body needs something, and at that time your body is in that particular the activity where it's trying to achieve something, at that time the body is at stress because it is going to strive for getting that thing, and that is where the stress comes up. When people feel stressed by something going on around them, their bodies react by releasing certain hormones in the blood. So definitely whenever there is a stress around you, whenever people are getting affected by the things which are going around them, they are going to feel stressed, and when they are going to feel stressed, there will be certain hormones which will be generated by the body at that particular time. So that is what is going to happen in our body. So whenever there is a stress, there will be certain hormones produced in the body. Stress is what you feel when you have to handle more than what you are used to. You may feel there's nothing you can do about the things going on in your life. This results in alteration in attention, thought processes, and body functions, resulting in various physiological and psychological disorders. So, yeah, in simple terms, we can say what is stress? Stress is a condition in which you are trying to handle something more than what you are normally doing. Okay? Normally, if you were studying 2 hours and still you did not get good marks, then you are supposed to learn to study for 4 hours so that you can get good marks. But the 4 hours of study becomes difficult for you, and that causes stress. So that is why whenever your body is trying to do something more than what it is habituated to doing, we can call it as stress. And when such a thing happens, there is the body functions are going to change, and there will be certain amount of physiological and psychological changes which is going to take place during this particular stress. When you are stressed, your body responds as if you are in danger. It makes hormones that speed up your heartbeat, make you breathe faster, and gives you a burst of energy. Now this is exactly what the adrenaline does. So we studied about the endocrine gland adrenal gland. So adrenal gland produces adrenaline. What does the adrenaline do? It prepares you for emergency situation of fight or flight. So that is exactly what is happening now. When you are under stress, you are under pressure, automatically your heartbeat becomes faster, you start panting, you get stressed out. What is the stressed out? It means you are getting nervous about certain things. So that particular condition of the body and the hormone which is produced during that thing is nothing but stress. Stress produces numerous physical and mental symptoms which vary according to every individual situational factors. This can include a decline in both physical and mental health. The skill of stress management is regarded as one of the key skills to a happy and successful life in modern society. So yes, stress, whatever is there, is going to produce a lot of kind of a different activities or physical or mental symptoms in you. They are not going to behave normally. So there will be some kind of a physical symptoms which is not going to be normal, some kind of a mental status which is not normal. So there will be some kind of a changes which is going to take place in an individual, and it is going to be depending from individual to individual that how he is going to cater or how he is going to face that particular stress. So any decline in this particular kind of behavior, this would definitely cause a decline in the physical and the mental ability of that person. So that decline which is going to be there, it needs to be maintained. That decline has to be brought up back to normal. It has to be overcome. That decline has to be overcome. So that overcome of stress is called as stress management. So if a person manages his stress properly, then automatically it will be a very easy, and he will be living a very happy and successful lifestyle. So let's see how to manage stress. Stress management is all about taking charge of your lifestyle. Okay, when you are talking about stress management, you are trying to take hold of everything in front of you. You are going to be in charge of that thing. Okay, I am doing it. I am going to do it. I am capable of doing it. So that should be the confidence. First thing is the increase in the confidence which is going to be there. Stress management is all about taking charge of your body, lifestyle, thoughts, emotions, and the way you deal with problems. No matter how stressful your life seems, there are always steps you can follow to relieve the pressure and regain control. Although life provides numerous demands, they can prove difficult to handle. Stress management provides a number of ways to manage anxiety and maintain overall well-being. A number of self-help approaches to prevent stress has been developed. So, yeah, it is going to be difficult situations which are difficult to handle, but if you are going to have confidence in yourself, if you are going to take charge of that particular thing, yes, I am going to do this thing, I am going to hold it properly, I am going to do that work without fail. If why should I not be able to do it? वो एक particular confidence build करके अगर वो एक movement, you create a kind of well-being in yourself. If you start doing that thing, you manage the anxieties which are there, because if you are able to manage those things, then definitely you can overcome the stress. So there are many ways the stress can be overcome. So let's see what are the different ways, simple ways with which we can overcome the stress. First is yoga. It is a mind-body practice that combines physical poses, controlled breathing, and meditation or relaxation. So, what is yoga? It is the control of the mind, control of the body, with different postures and positions what you are going to take, which will make your body more flexible. At the same time, it will keep your mind cool, composed, calm, so that you can think better and you can focus on things better. So that is what we call it as meditation or relaxation. What you want is meditation or relaxation. Basically, relaxation gives you a kind of control over your mind so that you are not stressed out. So yoga may help reduce stress with increased flexibility, increased muscle strength and tone, and improved respiration energy and vitality, weight reduction, and improved athletic performance. So you can see the yoga helps you to be more physically and mentally fit. Physically fit because of the flexibility, the breathing के कारण तुम लोग का जो energy what is generated by your body is going to become more stronger. So that is going to give you more energy. At the same time, you are getting a relaxation, mental relaxation. Meditation will give you relaxation, which will help you to increase your performance. There will be weight reduction, so you are not having lethargy in your body. You are not be obesity will not be there. And finally, will be the athletic performance is going to increase. Second is exercise. Next yoga is exercise. Just 30 to 45 minutes of exercise at least 3 times a week can make you feel much healthier and in control of your own life. You may take up running, jogging, swimming, playing a team sport like cricket, football, hockey, etc. So yeah, you should be able to play at least 35 to 40 minutes a day, or if not a day, as they say rightly, even every alternate day भी अगर मिलने exercise करने मिला, so it is very important for your body because it makes you more healthier and give control to your life. The next is the simple thing like proper sleeping schedule. Improving your sleep schedule will go a long way in helping you to reduce stress. Yeah, if you have a proper sleep, then automatically you are have a peace of mind. So when you wake up, you are ready to fight with the whole day. You are not like already stressed out in the night because you had a very less amount of sleep because you were doing some time pass till 3 o'clock in the night, and then you go into sleep, and then you are not able to wake up properly in the morning, and all those cycles change. So you have a if you have a proper sleep pattern, it improves your body health. Reading, it is a great way to calm your mind and to gain knowledge. So many readings are such that it gives you good amount, not only good amount of knowledge, but it also calms your body. It gives you relaxation also. So that is also one way of reducing your stress. Thinking positively. Become a positive thinker and take more pleasure in your everyday interaction. So if you think positively, this has to be done. I can do it. Why should I not be able to? When you are thinking in a positive manner, if your framework is positive thinking, then automatically you can go much better way. So think positive and be more positive, then automatically your confidence level will also rise upwards. So thinking positively is another important way. Laughing, it improves your mood and makes you more happier. Yes, laughing is a very good kind of a remedy. Laughter is the best medicine, you can say. So laughter is the best medicine. क्यों बोलते हैं? Because laughter makes you feel relaxed. You will always find that when you see something very comic or something, you feel very fresh. After seeing that, you are very fresh. But if you are seeing something like a horror scene or something, oh, you feel scared and you are completely thinking of the same thing. But when there is something where laughter or not, it is just like you are in jollier mood and you really enjoy that particular thing. So it's always laughter is going to be the best medicine. Next is deep breathing. It is another way of involving the relaxation response to stress. So yeah, you can deep breathe. Okay, that is a deep breathing. The deep breathing will give you a good amount of gaseous exchange in your body, which will help you to take more amount of oxygen and clear out the carbon dioxide also, and give you more energy overall. So that's why deep breathing is going to be very important, healthy. Meditation. Now this is something which is normally people at your age do not do it, but it will be very helpful if you are able to do it, and those who are doing it will find it very it will be very nice. They will be feeling very nice that yes, they are able to do it and they are able to have positive results because of meditation. Because meditation definitely gives you a very good peace of mind, relaxation, and moreover what it gives you is the ability to think properly, because your mind is relaxed. Because your mind is relaxed due to meditation, that's why when you are thinking more positively, you are able to think in a right direction, and also you are able to think much more because you are relaxed. So for meditation, sit in a quiet place for about 15 to 20 minutes every day with your hands in a comfortable position, eyes closed, and focus on your breathing. Work on clearing your mind of negative or stressful thoughts and simultaneously concentrate on your inhaled and exhaled breath. Okay, so how do you do meditate? So you're going to sit in a normal position which is very comfortable to you. No need of any kind of a asana that वहाँ जहाँ पे वो पैर दुख रहा है, ये हो रहा है, वो हो रहा है, नहीं. Be in a position which is the most relaxing position for you. You can even sleep, not a problem. So sleeping can also be a good meditation, not a problem at all. But at that time you are not thinking of anything else, but you are just having a concentration about your breathing pattern, that you have a deep breathing, breathe in and deep breathe out. So exhaling and inhaling ke upar concentrate kiya and clear out all your negative thoughts from your mind and have a good focus of your present. Time management, a very important thing. Managing your time is so important that if you are able to manage your time properly, then things become half easier. If you are able to manage your time properly, you will not be in a condition where you will be just jumping around from one place to another place without thinking that I would have done this better in this manner. So that is why time management is very important. Getting organized will help you to plan your work and have a better sense of what you need to do and how to do it. Okay, so that is why the time management becomes a very important part, because if you are managing your time properly, then automatically you are not wasting any of your important time and you are not having a doubling up of the work, and it's easier for you to do that thing, do things properly. Finally, hobbies. Do sometimes do something that you enjoy every day, whether it is reading, writing, music, playing a musical instrument, or doing a puzzle, or it helps as it helps in diverting your mind from all the negative or stressful thoughts. You need to cultivate a habit, cultivate a hobby, not habit, hobby. You need to cultivate a hobby. Why need to cultivate a hobby? Because hobby is something of your liking. It is something which you love to do. And when you are doing something which you love to do, even in a small part of your day life, in the span of 12 means if you are away for about 16 hours in a day, and if you are having that half an hour of that particular time of yours which you are utilizing in your hobby, it is going to give you automatic relaxation. Automatically it is going to give you the keep you away from the negativities over there, and is going to make you much more stressless. Okay, the stress is going to be released by doing that particular hobby, whether you're dancing or you're singing, or whether you are playing some musical instrument, or you are drawing, or you are reading. Okay, it could be any of the hobby. It's not necessary. Even cooking can be a hobby. So all these could be a very good hobby which can make you more relaxing or stress free. Okay, so this was about the chapter endocrine system and adolescence. We can see endocrine system was important regarding the part that what are the things which are going to be helping our body to function properly due to the hormones, and the adolescence is the different changes what are going to take place in our body in the period from 10 years to 19 years, and of course then there is the part of the personal hygiene part and the managing of stress. So easy chapter overall, because you can see that half of the part, that is the adolescence and the part of the stress and all, is the something which you have been dealing in a day-to-day basis, so you already know what they are, and so writing any answers regarding that, I don't think there should be any problems. So quite an easy chapter. Okay, so we are done with this particular chapter, endocrine system and adolescence. Thank you.